pistachios. We ended this rhythm with a brief reflection on vocation, a charge to me by two members of my community to take up all the rights and responsibilities of proper adulthood, and a final prayer of blessing that included the anointing of oil, the sprinkling of holy water, and the embracing of the Holy Cross. It was all rather sensory and sacramental, which is not only how I wished it to be, but also how I came to sense that something mysteriously had changed in me. All of this being done, we completed the rite of passage with a wonderful dinner of Middle Eastern foods. In Amy Davis Abdallah's helpful schema, what I experienced with my community was a with friends ritual, involving a kind of separation and reincorporation. The ritual allowed me to embody a passage from one state to another, from youth to adult, to imagine a new way of being in the world as a man, so that I wouldn't get lost in the no man's land of stunted adolescence. And it gave me the chance to embrace manhood without fear. Stories were told, things were remembered, kinships were deepened, physical things were touched and tasted in order to give expression to spiritual realities. The ritual, in this way, functioned like a kind of metaphor. It helped me figure out who and where I was in the world through figurative means, in my case, through a symbolic and dramatic reenactment of the seasons of my life. In reading Amy's marvelous book, I discover here a richer vocabulary for all that I did with my community back then, and am compelled to help others in my own community today to create rituals that might help them to find their place in the world, to know what story they're part of, and to live wholeheartedly into their true name. I cannot more highly recommend this book to you, and I pray that God will meet you in a host of life-giving ways in the right now, with friends and at church rituals that you create with your own community. Introduction. Ritual matters. She stands in a beautiful yellow-flowered gown, prepared to do her final presentation on what it means to be a woman. It is the crossing over ceremony for the Woman Rite of Passage at Nyack College, the culmination of a year of readings, meetings, mentoring, and more. Looking up with a deep breath, she begins to read her story to the audience, a story that details the circumstances of her life that led to a complete lack of self-worth. Her parents' divorce affected everything, and each time someone else left her life, she figured it was because she did not deserve them and was not enough to keep them. The Woman Rite of Passage connected her to teaching and to mentors and friends with whom she could process her life and understand who she is in God's eyes. She tearfully states, "I am more than enough. God made me exactly who I am, with no mistakes." And then, grinning, she shows us her permanent commemoration of this passage, a tattoo of a cross on her ankle as a foundation for her life. It says, "Enough." The audience erupts into applause. Her presentation is one of 17 declarations of identity as a Christian woman at the 9th annual ceremony. In a central moment of the ritual, a necklace with the woman symbol, made of solid silver, is fastened around her neck. Somehow, that night, we are one necklace short, and I offer mine, one from our first ceremony. I think I am giving her something old.